Hey, so I just took a bit of a cat nap because it's hot out and I was starting to get tired. But I wanted to show you the swallows that I got in Portugal. So the guy at the store told me that that swallows always go back to the same nest whenever they fly away. And so people used to put them on their outside their door so that the sailors, when they went out to go work at sea, they would come home. So it was a symbol of luck. And what he told me is that they're always black and they come in sets of 3, and they're a certain pattern that you see people put them up in. But that now that they're coming back in style, like his grandmother had them, and he was like, they're coming back in style now, and you see them in all sorts of colors out and about. So I did get a black one, and actually I got 4 of them. I didn't know what they symbolized when I was buying them. It wasn't until I was checking out that he was like, you know what these mean? Actually, this is a blue one, so I didn't get a black one. But I've got 3 small ones and a large one, so I'm thinking I'm gonna put them on the back of my house. And I was just researching them a little bit, and the internet says that swallows always have one partner in life. They're monogamous birds, and so they represent love and family, putting them outside your home. So yeah, I think they're super cute and fun that I got them in Portugal, and that they're ceramic, and they're gonna look adorable even if they aren't black or in a set of 3. Isn't that pretty? I think this is the big one. Yeah, this green one is small. So, like this. So they're actually super simple to put in. I've got these nails, and then they just go right into their little butt. Well, their backside. And so I'm thinking maybe one like right down in there. They don't stay very well. Oh, we're gonna go chase the cat. Hey, guys. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, she get along with Dean real well.
Okay, so I also wanted to show you what I've been doing with the walls. There's been a lot of work that's gone into these walls, but I've been trimming up the boards for the molding here at the bottom. didn't quite get the paint all the way in, but I think it looks okay. It's actually been a trick and angles to try to figure out how all of this goes together. Let's see. Oh, hi, Katie. This is her food. On an inside corner, it's a 45-degree angle where the short side is on the front of the panel. On the outside, an outside corner, let me show you what I mean by that. An outside corner, the 45 goes on. This is the long side is on the outside. So inside, short side, outside, long side. This is not quite long enough. Yeah, it's taken me a while to get to how they come together, but this might just have a hard corner anyway. Oops. So that's the trimming that's coming along. Lovely. The walls are a satin. The trimming is a semi-gloss, and ceiling traditionally is a flat. The ceiling is actually already done when I got the place. So the chop saw that I'm using is my brother's miter saw. It's a DeWalt, and it goes sideways like this at a 45-degree angle. And then it can come back up vertically for the straight cuts. So you can see here, I made the wrong cut, and so then I had to make the other one. Same with here. So there's a lot of these little pieces. Oh, Daisy. Neighbor dog. I had just stacked some of those boxes up and laid the trimming atop them so that I could paint them, and I did just one coat. I tried to go as light as possible because they're already primed white, and I just didn't want it to look like kind of more junky or just be like coated in a ton of paint. I got them all washed up. They've gotten dirty from being out here. And next I'm going to put on some semi-gloss interior paint. And so I did it as light as possible. The other thing that I did today was I hung up this little wood feeder. It says Farmers Market, eat local. And my cat loves to watch the birds, so I've got a little bird feeder over there. And yeah, so it has been quite a trip bringing those boards inside and outside and inside again, because they're super long. They're like 15 foot long, 16 foot long pieces, so they were hard to bring here, and they're not solid oak, which I think is what my dad typically uses. I actually don't mind that they're this like flexible particle board, because they make it easier to fit into place and to move around the corners here to get them inside and outside. This little money tree I had to bring in because true to Texas, he's getting like a little sunburnt. So I brought him in, and we're just getting ready for the party. Other than that, the walls are looking good. This was the room that had the biggest of the cracks across the wall. And you can see it's all cleaned up and painted, and I hung my bicycles there. I actually need to fix the one bicycle before the ride here in a second. Here was the space that was coming out. Ended up putting in a new board, rebudding it in, texturizing it before the paint. And then it needs the trimming but they ran out of the flooring before they finished. So the day after the party, they're coming in to finish the flooring. So the walls are looking really good. Paint and wall, I feel like, is very forgiving. So if it doesn't go in right, you can still get a really good look to it, especially from further away. So that's the price. Poor baby.
Now when you roll in the water, you gotta like sit there and hang out and make it look like it's fun to do.
Like a wedding,
Not important and a waste of money.
Weddings are not important and a waste of money.
Harley, come here. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Hey. Good girl. Come here, Harley. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Yeah. What's behind you? Oh.
You're really good.
Harley's being so good. She is not allowed in this room or the other room. And she's learning the boundary well, even with the cat down there having her dinner. I finished putting up the bike racks. I had started this bottom one a bit ago, and then I just purchased the top one, which is the 2 bike rack. Hey, get out of here. There she is. So it's got a space for my other bike, which is over there. The problem is that with this bike, it's a female bike, and so it has the slanted top bar. And so because of it, it won't sit just flat up there. And so I'm gonna try to get a hook or something that I can put on the back side that I can hook onto one end and then put the top part on the other end and see if I can rig something up so that it'll stay up there. I will almost never ride that bike. Actually, I will never ride that bike. It's old and it's not, yeah, it's just not tuned. And this one I almost never ride. It's a mountain bike just because I've been really loving the road bike lately. And I like that there's brakes here as well as here. And I like my green handlebars, my Cayman sticker, my voting stickers. I think I've got a social cycling. Oh no, this is a Sunday cruise sticker. And here's another KMNR one. And it's got my little kids bell that I've zip tied on for when I'm out doing social rides. So yeah, I've got this up and just a few more things before it is really functional. Oof, I've torn up the wall getting these bikes up. There were a lot of trying and seeing what fit and then taking it down. There was also 2 of these. One of them went right here in these holes, but it was getting in the way of this wheel, and so I took it down. I might put it outside and wrap the hose around it for a cheap, quick little hose reel. So yeah, that's my, those are my projects for today. I've gotten the place sort of set up for 4th of July party, and I'll finish doing all of that and put some stuff tomorrow. Harley's got the rest of the little peanut butter jar I gave to her. Hey, I'm sure this is super hard to see, but I am working on something here. So one of these fell off of my antique chest. I got this in St. Louis. My mom and I went to go pick it up a number of years ago. It must have been like 2012-ish. Yeah, and I always intended for it to be a dresser, but the drawers don't slide as easy as like a soft close drawer on a modern day dresser, and so it's never really been one that I've used. But now that I don't have any furniture and I'm not, post-pandemic me isn't in a rush to do everything all the time, and so having to take a couple more seconds to open and close drawers, I think is going to be fine. The only thing I do want to fix is the top part. It's actually a chest that turns into a desk, so it has a top part that swings down, and sometimes when you're opening up drawers, the top part will swing down and hit you in the head, which has always annoyed me. It's another reason why I just haven't used it. So I've always just put things that I don't have to get to very often in here, but I am going to use it as a regular dresser now, unless I find another dresser that I just really like. It is an antique, but we've done some work to it. My dad shored it up because he thought it wasn't quite square. And so when I first got it, he put this in it. And then as the movers were moving it, one of the wheels came off. And so I am adding in, it's all rotted out here. And so I'm adding in a block, and I'm gonna put the wheel back on. And then I think I will trust it a little bit more to have some of my other antiques that are glass on the top of it. And I've got an antique that was my grandfather's. It's a clock, and he machined the parts to fix the clock and make it work again. So it is a working clock. You have to wind it or pull the little strings down, and so I never had it going. But it is a working antique clock for my grandfather. So I'll put that on the top of this, and it'll be safe once I've got the wheel back in. So that's what I'm doing right now. Getting all ready. Oh, Harley's on the Were you where you weren't supposed to be? Are you supposed to be on this rug either? Off. Off, girl. Does that smell funky? These margaritas.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the point of the silicone modes, but okay.
It's coming along.
What do you
There's
think
been a lot of experimentation.
The little dick
Like
shake ones.
yeah.
Because
Like